What's up guys, this is Darkbblue, a gamer who loves Souls-like games, looter games, and every game that involves build making. Faith and Arcane build is quite an interesting build in Elden Ring. It's not as mainstream as the famous Strength Faith build or Intelligent Sorcerer build, but gains its fame for its unique dragon incantations. In this video, I'll be showing you a general guideline for playing Faith Arcane build. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's dive right into it. Where should we place the Faith Arcane build among all the other builds? Figuring out this question can help us better experience the truly unique aspects of this build. The most unique part of this build, of course, is the dragon incantations. They require both Arcane and Faith, so the common Faith builds cannot use dragon incantations, making them exclusive to this build. Besides dragon incantations, blood incantations are also exclusive to Faith Arcane builds. Additionally, with Arcane as the main attribute, this build can also use all kinds of bleeding melee weapons similarly to the common Arcane builds. And with Faith as the secondary attribute, you can also access some buff incantations and a few very useful ranged incantations such as Lightning Spear. Though bleeding melee and Faith-only incantations are not exclusive, they do make the Faith Arcane builds more versatile and capable. With the uniqueness of Faith Arcane build in mind, let's next select gears for it. For Sombering weapons, of course you need the Dragon Communion Seal. Furthermore, I suggest Arcane weapons such as Reduvia or Mohg's Secret Spear. Compared to Arcane weapons, Faith weapons are less suitable for our build, but they can still serve as a choice if you have enough upgrading material. I especially recommend Faith weapons with bleeding build-up if you intend so. Nevertheless, the general principle is not to use weapons requiring too many strength and dexter points. After Sombering weapons, it's time for regular ones. You have enough materials for 2 and only 2 regular weapons if you don't grind very much. One can be of the same type as one Sombering weapon, allowing you to dual-wield them for jump attacking. The other should be a hammer-like weapon with high stance damage. Personally, as I don't want to play the same as the common Arcane bleeding builds, I use one Reaper and a Great Star, where the Reaper can pair with one Sombering Faith Reaper for dual wielding. And both inherently come with bleeding build-up, so I can use Arcane Affinity instead of Blood Affinity. I don't really recommend my choice, as Reapers are a much worse choice than Twin Blades. Twin Blades can be equipped with the Blood Ashes of War looted off the Knight in 4th Height of Limgrave, allowing you to use Blood Affinity early, while this Ash of War cannot be equipped on a Reaper. Twin Blades also allow you to use Giant Hound, giving you access to more strategies. As for spells, besides Dragon incantations and Blood incantations, Faith-only incantations that don't require too high faith can also be a good choice. As long as you use the Dragon Communion Seal, all incantations mainly scale with your Arcane rather than Faith. I advise to use Fireballs or Lightning Spear as range attacks. At last, let's talk about character progression. First, meet all the requirements of weapons, then level up Arcane, Vigor, Mind, and Endurance until you reach 60 Arcane. After which, you can level up Faith further to gain access to more buff incantations. And in addition, when you progress to Altus Plateau and Mountain Gamir, level up your Faith to 25 for Golden Vow. With the gears explained, we also need to discuss how you can better use them. Different from common offensive incantations, dragon incantations are extremely slow with extremely high damage. It's a key topic to tackle its slow speed. I categorize dragon incantations into several groups where each group bypasses the shortcoming of slow speed in different ways. Meta incantations, Dragon Claw and Dragon Maw. Breath incantations. There are breaths of different damage types such as fire or magic, and for each type, there is a basic incantation with longer range and an enhanced version with higher damage, named after a specific drake. Also, there are some special incantations like Griot's Roar and the two incantations after Baal. Dragon Claw is a good choice for AoE when mobbing. Use it from a safe distance to bypass the slow speed. Dragon Maw deals very high damage as well as an excellent 45 stun damage. You can pair it with a hammer so that you can stagger enemies frequently, making its slow speed less impactful. As for breath, you can either use them in a similar way to Dragon Claw or treat them as a high DPS method for bossing. You can summon the spirit of Great Shield soldiers to gain a safe environment to use the slow incantations. With the usage of dragon incantations also clarified, it's time for a brief progression plan. Grab the Dragon Communion Seal from the initial hero's grave. Head to the 2 Dragon Communion churches early to gain access to dragon incantations. Try not to miss any drake that will reward you with hearts, especially those with special names. And lastly, if you decide to use a Reaper like I do, remember to kill Radon early to access the Wet Blade for Arcane Affinity in Nocturne. So this is my advice for a Faith Arcane build. This build is not very rare on the internet, so well, I'm not really expecting to give you very new information, but I will share rare builds in future videos. Hope you find them interesting. If you like my story or want to join me into depths of games, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you around.